Namaste children, welcome to today's maths class. So we were discussing about the introduction to graphs chapter. In the previous chapter, how to plot the points or how to write the coordinates of a point which is already plotted on the graph. And today we are going to discuss how to draw the linear graphs, that is the real life application, practical life applications. See, for example, we will find the monthly current bill, electricity bill. So as the number of maybe in the month of November, it was the 100 units and the current bill was some 150 rupees consumed in a house. So in the month of December it is increased to 150 units. So definitely here the cost of the current bill, that is the electricity bill, will also increases. Not only this, even when we purchase the articles in the grocery shop or when we purchase the petrol in the petrol pumps, in all those areas we will find this kind of applications. We can plot them the graphs of those expenditures. So like this we have here some applications are there. So that applications we are going to discuss in exercise number 15.3. Here we have two bits are there. The first bit it is draw the graphs for the following tables of values with suitable scales on the axis. So what we have to draw? We should draw the graphs for the following tables. So of values given with suitable scales on the axis. Here axis means x-axis and y-axis. And that the first bit, cost of apples, number of apples, cost in rupees. One apple, its cost is 5 rupees. If two apples, 2 into 5, 10 rupees. If 3 apples, 3 into 5, 15 apples. So 4 apples, 4 into 5, 20 rupees. 5 apples, 5 into 5, it is 25 apples. 25 rupees. So this is the data. This data should be represented on the, what it is, on the graph sheet or graph. For that, what is the first step? We have to draw two axes, that is the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. Let this vertical axis is known as y-axis and the horizontal axis is known as what it is. We will call this horizontal axis as x-axis. So now what should be taken on the x-axis? So take on the x-axis as number of apples, and on y-axis take the cost of apples in rupees. The leftover is cost in rupees. Cost in rupees. So now it is over. Then we should choose the proper scale. So on x-axis we have, see what we have taken, number of apples. How many apples are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all are one digit numbers. So better to take a scale on x-axis as 1 unit is equals to 1 apple. So x-axis scale. So x-axis, the scale is what? 1 unit is equals to 1 apple. 1 unit is equals to 1 apple. So similarly on y-axis, what we have taken on y-axis? That is the cost of apples in rupees. 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 15 rupees, 20 rupees and 25 rupees. All these are multiples of 5. So which scale is more suitable? Yes, 1 unit is equals to rupees 5. So on y-axis, the scale should be what it is. 1 unit is equals to rupees 5. Rupees 5. 5 rupees, 1 unit is equals to 5 rupees. Now you represent them. So this is 0, a number of apples 1, 2 and equal intervals of the space 3 and it is 4. Then we have here 5. After that we have 6 and 7. Better take one value more. So here we have 5 is the highest value. Take one value more. So even you can take more. So I have taken till 7. So on y-axis, the cost in rupees, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 15 rupees, 20 rupees, 25 rupees. So this will give you what? 5 rupees, and then 10 rupees, and then it is 15 rupees, 20 rupees, 25 rupees, and finally it is 30 rupees. 30 rupees. Now we should represent these values on the graph sheet. So to represent on the graph means this we are representing the points. How the points will be represented this value. This both the values will give you the points. If you take this as the x-axis value and this is the y-axis value, then x comma y we will get the x comma y values in the form of ordered weights. Where first we write the x coordinate value, that is 1, 5. Second one is 2, 10. And the third point will be 3, 15. And the fourth point it is 4, 20. The fifth point it is 5, 25. 5, 25. Like this. Then we have to represent these points on the graph sheet. So first point is 1, 5. That is x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 5. Now you see this is x-axis, x is equals to 1, y is equals to 5. Where they will intersect, this is the point. We will get at here a point. So what is this point? It is 1, 5. 1, 5. Next, x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 10. 2, 10. So this is 2, 10. X is 2 and y is 10 here. So we will get as what? This is 2, 10. 2, 10. Then we have the third point 3, 15. X is equals to 3 and y is equals to 15. Yes. So this is the point. We will get it here. So approximately we will get it here. Therefore the coordinates of this point is 3, 15. Then the fourth point is 4, 20. X is equals to 4 and y is equals to 20. Yes. This is x is equals to 4 and y is equals to 20. Yes. We will get like this. So this is point it is 4, 20. Then the last point it is 5, 25. That is x is equals to 5 and y is equals to what? 25. Yes. This is x is equals to 5 and it is y is equals to 25. Where they intersect? At here they intersect. So write this points as 5, 25. 5, 25. Now if you join these points, you will get a line. You will get a straight line. So we will get a straight line. Yes, we will get a straight line like this. So this will give you the graph of the cost of apples, that is number of apples 1, its cost is 5, number of apples 2, its cost is rupees 10, 3 apples 15 rupees, 4 apples 20 rupees and 5 apples 25 rupees. So what we have to do here it is we should take the correct scale, the proper scale we should choose to represent these values on the graph. So like this we can represent this given data in the form of a table. Is it clear, children? We will continue with one more question from the same exercise. Yes. Now we will discuss exercise number 15.3, the second bit. Draw a graph for the following. So you have the two questions are there which are related to the side of a square and area of a square. Side of a square units it is given in centimeters, whereas area is a centimeter square. The values are side of a square is 2 centimeters. Its area is 4 square centimeter. So if side is 3, area will be 9 centimeter square. Yes. What is the formula to calculate area of a square? Yes, it is side into side. Side into side. That is, if 2 centimeters is the side, 2 into 2, 4 centimeters square. If 3 centimeters is the side, 3 into 3, 9 centimeters square. If 4 centimeters is the side, then 4 into 4 it is 16 square centimeters. Similarly 5 into 5 25 square centimeters, 6 into 6 36 square centimeters. So we will take the side of a square on x-axis and the area is on y-axis. Therefore the order pace we will get it as the order pace of this data, we will get it as what? X comma y, that is x coordinate and y coordinate. Here x coordinate is 2 comma 4 and y coordinate is 3 comma 9. Then 2 comma 4 y coordinates. First point 2 comma 4 x coordinate and y coordinate. Then second point is 3 comma 9. Fourth point it is 4 comma 16 and fourth point it is 5 comma 25. Then the next point it is 6 comma 36. 6 comma 36. Now we have to represent these values on the graph sheet. Is it given? Is it a linear graph? Question again. Is it a linear graph? A linear graph. What is a linear graph? By joining all those points, we should get what? A straight line. We should get a straight line. Now we will check it whether we will get this straight line or not. If we get a straight line, yes, it is a linear graph. Otherwise, it is not a linear graph. Yes. Now, what we have to do? First, we have to draw the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. Let this vertical axis is a y-axis and the horizontal axis is known as the x-axis. Yes, this is x-axis. And what we will take on x-axis? Yes, the side of a square in centimeters. Side of a square in centimeters, whereas on y-axis we are taking area in centimeter square or in square centimeters. So it is area of square in centimeter square. Now we have to represent. Before representing, we should take the scale. So on x-axis, what we will take as the scale? See here, sometimes we may get the same scale for both the axes. Sometimes we will get the different scales. X-axis value is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one value is increasing. All are one-digit numbers. Therefore, what scale is most preferable? Yes, it is 1 unit is equals to 1 centimeter. 1 unit is equals to 1 centimeter. Next, what is the scale for y-axis? So we have the values 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. So there is no proper trend. So we can take 5 square centimeters as 1 unit. Even you can take 4 or you can take 2. If you take 2, very big y-axis we should get. Then better go for what it is. 1 unit is equals to 5 square centimeters. Now 1 unit is equals to 5 centimeters square or square centimeters. As per that, you represent the values. This is 0 and it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 5 and then we have 6. One value take more, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So on y-axis 5 units, 1 unit is equal to 5 centimeters square. So this is 5 on 10, it is 15, then 20, 25, 30, 35 and then 40. So maximum we take up to 40. See here, in between 0 and 5 we have 4 values are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and then again from 5 and 10, again after 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So 4 values are there. Where we get those values? Between 0 and 5. Between 0 and 5 on our graph sheet we will have 10 lines will be there like this. If it is 0, this is 0 and it is 5. So here we have 10 lines are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and it is 10. 10 lines are there. Then each second line, this line, so total 10 parts are there. So then 1 centimeter square is equals to how many parts will get this? 5 by 10 will get it is what it is. Each 2 lines, the second line, this is second line. This line will give you what? 1 square unit, and the next 4th line will give you this 2 square units. Then 6th line will give you 3 square units. 8th line will give you 4 square units. 10th line will give you 5 square units. Again after 5, the second line will give you what? 6 square units. Again then second line will give you 7 units like this. The second line on the graph sheet between 0 and 5 or 5 and 10 or 10 and 15 and etc. will get 1 square centimeter area. 1 square centimeter. For example, if you want to represent 0, that is 4 if you want to represent on y-axis, where do we get the 4? Yes, it is on the 8th line between 0 and 5. If you want to represent a 16 on the y-axis, it lies in between 15 and 20. Between 15 and 20, at which place you will get the 16? Yes. So after 15, the second line. After 15, the second line will give you 16 square centimeters. Similarly, if you want to represent the 36 will lie in between 35 and 40. 36 means 1 more than 35. So the second line after 35 will give us 36. So I think you understand. Now we will plot the points. So the first point it is 2, 4. X is equals to 2, y is equals to 4. So 4 lies between from the 0 it is 8th line, or from 5 down the second line will give you 4. Like here you will get the approximately I am taking. So this is what? 4. So this point is 2, 4. Then the second point it is 3, 9. 3, 9. 3. X is equal to 3 and 9. 9 lies in between where? The second line down the 10 will get the second line as the 9. So approximately I am representing at here. Yes. So this is 3, 9. Then the third point it is 4, 16. 4, 16. So x is equal to 4 and 16 where do we get? After 15 the second line. So 4. So this is 15 and then the second line approximately here we get. So this point it is what? 4, 16. The next point it is 5, 25. 5, 25. X is equals to 5 and y is equals to what? 25. 5 and this is what? Y is equals to 25. You will get it here. So approximately you will get at here. Clear? This is it will give you what? 5, 25. Next 6, 36. 6, 36. X is equal to 6 and y is equals to 36. This is x is equal to 6. 36 where we get? After 35 the second line. After 35 the second line we get as the 36. Like this we get. So this point will give you what? So this point will give you? Yes, it is 6, 36. Now if we join this, we won't get a straight line, we will get a curved line. Like this we get a curved line. This curve is called exponential curve. Exponential curve you will study in the higher classes. So you will get it will be in the exponential curve. You won't get a straight line. Therefore, it is not a linear graph. The question is there: is it a linear graph? When we get linear graph, if all the values, the ratios of these values will be same, then we will get the linear graph. Straight line will get. Here the ratios are different, so definitely we will get a non-linear graph. Therefore, no, it is not. No, it is not a linear graph. It is not a linear graph. Linear graph. So like this we can represent the graph. These values are the graph. And any questions are asked on the graph, you can answer those questions by observing the graph which we have drawn. Using that graph, we can answer n number of questions. Yes, I hope you understand how to draw the linear graphs. So this is what we discussed in this chapter. So this chapter, it is introduction to graphs. We have studied about the histogram, bar graph, double bar graph, pictographs, pie graph or circle graph, and then we have studied line graph. After that we studied plotting the points. So to plot the points, we will take the coordinate axis, that is x-axis and y-axis. They intersect each other at a point. That point is known as origin. And its coordinates are 0, 0. X coordinate is known as the abscissa. Y coordinate is known as the ordinate. In the point 3, 4, 3 is called the x coordinate or abscissa, and 4 is called the y coordinate or it is ordinate. And then we have studied how to plot the points on the graph paper and how to identify the coordinates of a point which is plotted already on the graph sheet. Then we have studied about the linear graphs. So you will study about this concept in class 9 under coordinate geometry in detail. Thank you very much. This is of this chapter.